Not teach a man or tell a man how to be a man. So I will not ask you to indict men in this question. But I do want you to speak, Ayanla, to how women need to, position ourselves so that we can be in our divinity, so we can have our crowns right, how we can create and not build, when some of us, quite frankly, feel that the men that are available to us, and I'm talking about across the color spectrum, across the age spectrum, trust me, I've done them all, they are not positioned to protect nor provide because of some of the statistics we just talked about. They're not earning the incomes. They're not having the resources, and some of them are not even showing up in the leadership.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it, if he owns the bus.
That's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem. Okay. Because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in this society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a bus.
You've said.
Well. What do you think? What do you think, E. Nicole? Would you date a bus driver?
I agree with Ayanla.
Okay. And why do you agree with Ayanla before I jump in here?
I've never been like a judgy person like that. Like, long as you treat me right and you got money coming in, what does it matter where it's coming from to me, in my opinion?
Yeah.
Well, you can't be selling that thing though. Like,
yeah. And that's what they're doing, a lot of them. Okay. They're not standing on corners, they're not call girls, they're not in the strip club on the pole, but they are selling that thing. Period. I don't care how they look at it, they're selling that thing. if you're just looking for a dude with some money so he can take care of you and buy you trinkets and material items and run you to fancy dinners, and you can't even cook a hot dog and all this kind of stuff, you're not a good mother, your children are sitting around with nannies, whatever, then you, ma'am, are a prostitute. Because you being bought for sex because you have no other ppurpose.
Tell them how you really feel, Alex.
I'm telling you.
Damn.
This broad on this thing on killing me. The one talking to Ayanla, I happen to agree with Ayanla too. Okay, and when I say broad, is women like her. Okay, and I don't mean all women. So if you're offended by the word broad, then I'm talking to you. Okay, because y'all need to understand, we live in a capitalistic society. Men already know, people already know, women already know. You need money to live. That's a given. People like nice things. They want a house. People want to run businesses. They want to drive in nice cars. They want their kids well taken care of. And to do that, you need money. We know that. But the problem with so many women is they put money at the forefront. And they put no other value in the man but the money. But then you ask them, what's your value? I'm giving him some butt. What? So you think all you got to do is come with a vagina and you good. You're not good. Can you cook? Can you clean? Can you iron clothes? Do you read bedtime stories to the children? What do you do other than grease up when I get home and then take my checkbook and credit cards the next day and go shopping?
See, my thing is, I don't like when people expect things from you that they're not willing to give. Like, you want him to take you to 5-star restaurants, buy you gifts and trinkets whenever he out, but you don't do none of those things for him. Like, I just feel like whatever you expect, you should be willing to do for that man. Like, if you're not in a position to take him to the same places that you want to go, then you don't deserve that man. I mean, that's just how I feel about it.
You know what my motto is? Because
What?
I'm the type of guy that if I'm with a woman or married to her, you know, I've been married twice. You know, if I'm in love with a woman or into that woman, women expect you to die for them. If you love them, they expect you. If a car jumped the curb, they expect you to jump in front of them and take the impact. If somebody's out there shooting, they expect you to jump in front of them and take the bullet and all this stuff, right? Because we're supposed to protect our women, right? So if I'm willing to give my life for you, and I tell you to get up and make me a sandwich, I don't want to hear nothing. Just get up and make the sandwich.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna need you to ask me. Don't tell me, but I'll do it.
Well, it's always about being polite and courteous. Okay.
But you know, some people don't feel that way. They gonna be like, go in there and make me a sandwich. That's when you gonna get the excuse me.
And sometimes you like, listen, babe, I'm a little hungry, you know. Can you go make me a sandwich? I was just in the kitchen. You could ask me. I was just in the kitchen. Why could you ask me then? It's like, what's all of that? You know what I'm saying? Just get up and make it. If your man is hungry, go make it. You don't do nothing else. And half of them ain't even good in bed. They think they're good in bed just because they have a vagina. That don't mean you good in bed. If your vagina's worn out because you've been with 200 and 300 dudes, it ain't good.
It's a lot of shots being fired. Let's slow down. Damn. Alex, do you feel triggered at this topic?
I'm triggered, Nicole.
So let's talk about that real quick. Let's sit in that real quick, the triggering, right?